I definitely went in with a sense of humour, particularly me and Pete.
I don't think I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and think, God, that girl was amazing.
We found the whole thing hysterical. The contestants didn't though.
Ben, you gave it your best shot. I thought he took it quite well.
We all recognise the fact that actually Simon's really, really good at this. And he's really good at it because he knows what he's talking about.
What about entertaining people?
How about the word talent? Goodbye.
Simon's character evolved very, very rapidly. I mean, he became a star pretty well overnight.
What are you doing over there, you idiot?
I'm just being Simon Cowell.
We had a panto baddie with his high-waisted trousers and his little G.I. Joe haircut.
In 2002, Pop Idol headed to America, but Simon was initially reluctant to join it.
We had to persuade Simon Cowell to come to America. He really was wavering. I don't know, I'm not sure we'll be successful.
The American market's very difficult to crack, so I thought there's a very, very good chance this isn't going to work.
People are getting excited. Just me who isn't.
Despite the doubts, American Idol was launched with its British star taking centre stage.
That was extraordinary.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, extraordinarily bad. Your audition was horrendous.
Horrendous?
Horrendous with a capital H.
America had never had honesty before like that.
Amanda, that was absolutely horrible.
Oh.
Just awful.
He would just go, "That's the worst thing I've ever seen." And of course in America it was like, "You can't say that."
Imagine a bag with 9 cats in dropped in boiling water.
Okay. Can I hit him for you?
Paula Abdul used to seriously hit him every day if he said anything rude to somebody.
Hit him.
I didn't say that, son.
She says, what did you just say? I just told them they're rubbish. Why? You can't do this in America. Yes, I can. And I will.
Shut up!
On the first season in New York, I think I'd criticised somebody, and then the producers didn't tell me until the following day. His family came back with him later on with baseball bats.
Right on.
Then somebody else turned up with machine guns, and I thought, I've got to be a little bit more careful here, I think.
That British judge that's on the end, he's an ass, and he can kiss mine.
Over the next 8 series, America warmed to Simon's brutal honesty, making him one of the most popular faces on TV.
I really love him. Like, I agree with him 100% of the time. He tells the truth. Yeah, I like him. He says it how it is.
Simon is probably the best talent show judge in the world. Do you think?
Yeah.
I think...
Let's have a look at your teeth. They were gritted when he said that.
Simon Cowell's on-screen persona had made him a global star. His next move would see him create shows that would sell around the world.
Simon's greatest legacy will be he brought back Saturday night entertainment to the masses.
He's always had this amazing ability to know what the public like and want. And, you know, you can't manufacture that. He just knows.
It was outstanding.
And that's what makes him a great TV producer. And that's why there's only one Simon Cowell.
I think as a Brit, the most pride you take is the fact that, you know, these are shows made in Britain, which are now all over the world. That was always the dream. You could have these shows everywhere, then you've done your job.
Coming next, we find out how some of the talent show's worst auditions have entertained the millions.
I believe I can fly. I can't believe someone would get up in the morning and look in the mirror and go, I could win this.
But is it right to give everyone their moment of fame?
That they are being delivered up for the absolute purpose of the audience laughing at them.
Where's the love? Where's the love?
Ever since talent shows began, we've seen thousands of acts trying to turn their dreams of fame into reality. Many of them entertain millions with their moment in the spotlight, though not always for the reasons they intended.
We love bad auditions because of the cringe factor. I mean, it is that thing where you're watching at home, think, how can they do that?
That's right, for life, what a feeling!
No one can deny that they love the bad auditions. I love the bad auditions. That used to be like my favourite part.
And much more than this, I did it my way.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was very good.
I like them to be really good or really bad, because if they're really bad, they make you laugh.
In the early days of talent shows, the open auditions weren't filmed, and only the best acts were picked to go on the show. Well, that was the theory anyway. As we've already seen, new faces introduced us to the judging panel, and producers soon realised that the more unusual performances could make an entertaining watch.
It's like Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind. I've never seen anything quite like that before.
I have no doubt that the producers, out of the 7 acts that we put on every week, that they put 1 or 2 on that they knew that the panel would have to get stuck into. They weren't necessarily bad, they just shouldn't have been there in the first place.
There's not much of an act there, really. I mean, what he did was very pleasant, but I can't see it being a great success story for the future.
When the new wave of talent shows arrived in the 21st century, modern technology meant that shows like Popstars and Pop Idol could take cameras out on the road and thereby expose the audition process, warts and all.
We kind of recognised that there was something really entertaining about some of the people that came to audition. Not just because they were bad, but just because they were interesting characters that just really couldn't sing very well.
That's not nearly all tainted love.
Daniel, you are one of the worst singers I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, but you think everyone's terrible.
No.
I can't believe some of them get up in the morning when they're brushing their teeth and look in the mirror and go, I could win this.
Bad auditions are undoubtedly a popular part of the talent show story, but should they be on television in the first place?
A talent show was supposed to find talent, and it does find talent, and it does weed it out. But when X Factor put the auditions into a theatre in front of a live audience instead of just in a room somewhere with the judges, that to me is going back to the days of the Christians and the Lions and the old bear baiting or what have you.
Looking out across the nighttime.
That they are being delivered up for the absolute purpose of the audience laughing at them, the audience sneering at them.
Where's the love? Where's the love? So much negativity in this room is unreal.
I can say that's terrible, and I can say that till I'm blue in the face, but if you put that on a screen in front of me, I'll laugh too.